We're going to be here all day long. This ain't going to be no one-time thing, baby. All day right here, me and you. Eyeball to eyeball. Then we'll see how much grown man you are.
4th and 2. Isaiah, left side, first down and more. Stays on his feet at the 10, the 5, the touchdown. The snap is good, the kick is up, and the fighting Texas Aggies, a top 5 win. Let the celebration begin here at Kyle Field.
Toughness, effort, discipline, pride, and grit. Those aren't words we just say. They're a creed we live by, man. Let's go, baby, let's go. Go be what you can be. Go be what God's made you to be. Go be an Aggie.
And we welcome you back to the program, and we are absolutely delighted to welcome Jimbo Fisher to the show, the head coach at Texas A&M, coming off of one of the biggest wins of the season, the upset over the Florida Gators. It must have been a great feeling to have that win, especially at home.
It was for our fans and for our players, Paul. They've worked very hard in learning how to overcome those obstacles in front of you. And you know, like I said, people ask me, how did you feel after the game? I was happy for our players and our fans to get the win, but our players, because of how hard they work, we've practiced, and just learning to get through that hump, that obstacle, and laying your whole heart and soul on the field and coming out victorious against a very good opponent.
Coach, I almost hate to bring COVID up because we've talked about it in the past, and everybody is dealing with it. We just learned that Florida's game with LSU has been postponed, and obviously the other game yesterday, Vandy and Missouri. How concerned are you about your own program, having played Florida, which has had a major outbreak?
I'm always concerned, period, no matter if nobody has an outbreak, because like you say, it can happen at any time.
On that subject, it's affecting everything, and it has been for exactly 7 months. How are you able to keep that noise away from you and your staff and your team?
We're changing daily or weekly by what's going on, but you got to understand, we can't let frustration set in. What happens is what happens. We have to do everything in our power, as we tell our players and our staff, control what we can control, be safe. Now, I'm not saying it's easy, but that's kind of the process and the mindset we're going with.
Coach, it's always fantastic to talk to you. All the best. Thanks for making time for us on a very busy week.
Paul, thank you very much, buddy.
Okay, Coach, thank you.
Thank you.
One word I would say to categorize this fall tournament has been challenging, because it's such a unique fall. We're trying to provide all we can as far as resources and try to help the students be successful. But some guys are struggling with it just because, they've been, they're used to more of a in-person, one-on-one assistance. They're used to more of traditional classes. And they're used to, and so not to have that and to be in this virtual world for some of particularly our freshmen and guys that have been here maybe 1 or 2 years, it's more challenging.
The trickle-down effects of a late fall camp aren't limited to Saturdays at Kyle Field. There's a mental toll the game of football takes on student-athletes' lives. That's become even more apparent in today's climate.
I can't even imagine the pressures that these 18, 20, 22-year-old student-athletes experience every single day. Not only are they navigating life, relationships, career, COVID concerns, social injustice concerns, but then they have athletic, which is a real privilege, but it's also a stressor at times, right? There's fear of failure, there's thoughts about perfectionism, fears of letting others down, the scrutiny that often comes with that. And so being able to really understand and validate what their experience is.
Well, I think that there's nothing wrong with having to have people to help you. If you have a cold, you go to a doctor. If you have a sprained ankle, you go to a bone doctor. If you have issues dealing with different things mentally, you go to a psychiatrist or whoever can help you. There's nothing different than any other part. Sometimes we get embarrassed by that, but something we've done ever since I've been a head coach and even I was assistant coach, We always had team psychologists, regular psychologists, sports psychologists, other people to help talk to our kids and get through the pressures and daily lives of not only ball and school, but what goes on at home. And there's a lot of pressures on these kids, and it gets magnified because of social media, that we didn't know a lot of these situations before. I think it's the number one thing in college football that we have to be aware of in college athletics is the mental health of our student athletes.
Balancing a football player's schedule can be tough for some. For others, it's second nature.
Ainias is a really good kid. You know, we enjoy working with him. He's very personable. I think he's got great potential academically. You know, we continue to monitor him. We stay on top of him because we want to make sure that he's, you know, obviously he's having success on the field, but we want to make sure that he's maximizing his ability off the field. And he's a guy that we continue to push, and because we know that there's definitely greatness out there for him. Particularly in the classroom.
Cross right side, Ainias Smith. Case on his feet at the 5. Ainias Smith tackled into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. Past the 20, inside the 10. Lunging for the end zone. Touchdown. Ainias Smith, what a run.
Ainias is awesome. Great teammate, great person. Everyone loves the guy. It's kind of just like the new style of athletes that if you just give him the ball, he's going to make something happen. And it's going to be like backyard football to him, and that's what he does. And he's a fun guy to watch, and he's a good guy to have on our team.
When he has the ball in his hands, he acts like everything is slow motion. Like, honestly, like, the way he cuts, his eyes, his agility, everything, like, it's down to the crumb. He real nice with it. He knows exactly what he's doing, and he knows what he is here for. Like, you can tell he got that dog in him.
I see him as like a Tyreek Hill. You can move him all around, and he's so fast, he's so shifty that he can do whatever he wants against anybody. And it's so dangerous to have him on the field because you never know what he's gonna do. He's a game changer.
Let me tell you something. Go watch the film. Not just him running the football and he catches it, but watch every time they blitz, and every guy that blitzes gets hit, not in the middle, gets hit right between the eyes with full force, up wide, to the line of scrimmage, full body contact, and loving to play the game. The guy plays the game the way it should be played.
People only notice the stuff that he does with the ball, but there's stuff in practice where he would just lay somebody out blocking, and you just don't realize that. If you go back to the Texas Bowl and just watch a couple of times he blocked, I'm like, he just wants to play ball.
It's you and him. He's not scared of anything. He want all the smoke. He want to be able to show you that he don't care how big you are, how fast you are, who you are. He's gonna come after you no matter what.
Yeah, I came to this league for a reason. I wanted to show everybody that I was able to be that in the SEC when I was getting recruited in the high school.
Roll out the ball, and Ainias Smith will be there. No fear and no questions asked. He's not the biggest, but he's long on confidence, the kind that'll take him to the next level.
It really started off with my brother. He started getting recruited when I was about 9 years old, and that whole process that I had seen him go through was crazy. It just gave me so much wisdom and knowledge of how life was. So at that time, I was playing Little League football. I was like, oh yeah, I'm cold. I know I'm finna go to the league.
Ainias chose A&M late. He wasn't picking just a football program either. Education, as it should be, was a top priority.
Duke was definitely a place that I was thinking about going. Georgia, matter of fact, was a place I was thinking about going. U of H, and I had got a late offer from Washington to go play DB. Duke was definitely one of those schools that I wanted to go there for the education.
Good things come to those who wait. Ainias Smith didn't jump on the Aggies train right away in the recruiting process, but he's all in today.
A&M felt like home, and it is right here by home, hour and 30, and I knew Aggies always going to take care of Aggies. And on top of that, the A&M degree from business is highly, like, you get that, you up there. So I definitely wanted the A&M degree. And Coach Fisher, he just took me in as one of his. I knew I was going to be playing under the best. He's an offensive mastermind. I knew he would be able to get me to the league.
He was a guy I loved. Saw him just the way his competitive nature, and we get caught up in size, speed, and all those things that matters. And guys have stats and they have numbers. But when do they have stats? When do they have numbers? Well, how critical are the moments when they come in a game and what the situations are? What that guy understands is those moments.
It was definitely an interesting adjustment because the speed of the game was a whole lot different. And I had to change my mindset from, okay, I'm not in high school no more. I had to always be on my P's and Q's. I'm not able to mess up, and I had to be able to do the right thing. And that was my whole mindset coming in the freshman year. And then me seeing that I was able to do that just gave me more motivation and more confidence coming in this year. And now that I know that I can play, now it's just about me just being natural and being myself.
That guy's passion, his heart, his desire, and his ability to stick his nose on things, no matter what his size is or what his level is of competition, is exactly what you want. It's what you build championships off of.
The Pulse, Texas A&M football, is brought to you by H-E-B. No store does more than buy H-E-B. And Pepsi, the official soft drink of Texas A&M football.
It's on to the next mission. That's all we got to think about. Next play, next play, next play. Stay in the moment.
Communicate, be on the same page, right? Communicate on the motions, right? Physical on the tackle, right? Attack the football. When we're high safeties, everything off the quarterback, right? A lot of vision, a lot of break, a lot of speed, a lot of range. Go get the football in the air. Make plays on the football.
Hey, ain't nothing new. Ain't nothing new. Just like it is in practice. Every day we ballin'. We the group. We the group. We the group. Let's get this money today, man.
Hey, we put in the work. Let's punch that clock, go to work now. The family playing with toughness, effort, discipline, and pride.
Exactly what. Exactly what.
Put your will upon them from the first play to the last play. Have fun, love, trust, and believe in each other. And play. Let's go play some A&M.
The Aggies are in Starkville, Mississippi. The Aggies are 2-1 and ranked number 11 in the country. And they'll take on a Mississippi State team that is 1-2.
They had a great week of practice. They should go out today with some great confidence. And let's see what they can do and control that line of scrimmage.
We're underway in Mississippi, and both defenses bring some bite. It's a shutout through the opening quarter that features some big plays.
Costello pumps, looks, and he's taken down a yard shy. Jaden Peavy gets the tackle for Texas A&M. Pressure look right up the middle, deflected into the air and down to the ground. Aaron Hansford came right up the middle. Fake that handoff. Costello, he's going deep towards the end zone, and that is intercepted by Miles Jones.
Well, what a great job of playing the deep ball. Miles Jones knew where his receiver was. He was behind him, but he jumped up in front of the receiver and pulls it down in the end zone. Another interception. That's number 12 for Mississippi State.
The Aggies stick to their recent recipe to get the offense cooking. Their bread and butter of the run game and O-line. And some big plays from all facets. Smells just right. The Aggies start to eat.
Give to Isaiah on the right side. He angles through to the 40, 45, into Bulldog territory, across the 45, uses a stiff arm in front of the Aggie sideline, all ahead to the 40-yard line. That's where Isaiah Spiller will run, cut it back, break a tackle across the 30, all the way ahead to the 25-yard line. Isaiah Spiller cuts back. It's Ainias Smith on the handoff. He's to the 10. He's inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. This time Ainias Smith. And you get that little change up. If you hit Isaiah hits you, here's Ainias. Isaiah Spiller powers his way into the end zone for a touchdown, Aggies. A 4-yard touchdown for Isaiah.
Well, absolutely nothing fancy at all. Just a direct handoff off of the right tackle, and he just blows it into the end zone. Oh, man, that offensive line is moving people around. Woo!
All you got to do is execute. All we got to do is execute. You hear me? All we got to do is execute.
Here comes pressure by Hansford. He's got it for the sack. Aaron Hansford, he put the pressure on him in the first possession, and here he gets the sack. Punts of 40 and 42 yards, and it's blocked. It is blocked. Picked up inside the 5 to the 1-yard line. Chris Russell Jr. came in and blocked that punt, and the Aggies have it at the 1.
All right, special teams getting into the act now.
Lane in motion behind Weidemeyer in the right side of the line. Spiller into the end zone. All it took was one play. Touchdown, Aggies. Second touchdown for Isaiah Spiller.
Keep playing. Don't get bored. Keep playing. Keep playing now.
It's 14-0 quick. Yeah, Mississippi State is playing at home, but the real dogs are on the Aggie defense.
He takes the snap. Pressure. DeMarvin Leal with the sack. Second sack for the Aggies.
Boy,
and Marv takes him down.
And they're doing it with the four-man rush. They only brought four that time. DeMarvin gets clean and makes the tackle. Big sack for the Aggie D.
Here comes pressure, and they get their third sack of the game. Again, it is Williams in there, but Leal and Johnson and Hansford all in that backfield party.
Oh boy, it is fun to watch this defense getting after this quarterback. 4th and 13, they'll punt it away.
Now in motion to the left goes Mark. Swing pass to him. Open field tackle done beautifully by Miles Jones, and a loss of 4. 26.5. Peavy with the sack back at the 36-yard line. The 4th sack for the Aggies this half.
Halftime. A&M keeps its 14-0 lead and momentum.
We got to get ready to go. Okay? Points on the board. Stop by us. Another point on the board. Let's get this thing going. Bring it to them. Understood? All right, let's make it happen. Defense. They don't score, we win. Now here's what I'm saying. We got to have poise, guys. I don't need it. It's because we block a punt. Don't mean we're blocking every punt. It's because we crack backs. We can't crack back. It's illegal. Blocks in the back. I know you're trying, but we got to play into it. We can't have self-inflicted wounds, guys. We're taking it away from you. Don't take food off your own table, okay? It's over with now. I ain't worried about the scoreboard. I'm worried about what? Playing the next play and playing the situation that's involved. You understand that? Let's get locked in here and go. Come on. Play it hard. Pass every 8 seconds. Give him help. 1, 2, 3. Give him help.
Coming out of the break, the Aggies are looking to turn a 2-score lead into 3. And they're marching. Then, an awful bounce of the ball. A carom on a broken up pass flies behind the line of scrimmage and into the hands of Emmanuel Forbes. The oddest of pick sixes. Has A&M still up, but now just 14-7. The Aggies must answer.
Kellen is looking right, throwing right, and this time it is complete to Chase Lane. A 19-yard gain. Kellen to Chase. Kellen in the pocket, throws across the middle, that's complete. Chase Lane, first down, much more. 35-30, 25-20, 15-10, up the right sideline. Chase Lane is in for a touchdown! Yes! 51 yards! Chase Lane and the Aggies answer!
It's a short throw right over the middle to Chase Lane, and he just finds a gap in between all the defenders, and his speed just gets him into the end zone.
Hey, he said deuces!
Hey, come here. Now let's go play ball. Let's go play ball. Let's go play ball. Let's go play ball. You hear me? That back shoulder, that's big time, boy. That's big time.
21-7, 10:05 to play in the third quarter. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. To the right of Costello is Marks. Pressure coming right up the middle, and Costello is sacked, and he fumbled. And it's picked up by the Aggies, Jaden Peavy. He's running the other way. Jaden Peavy gets tripped up. The sack, the fumble, the turnover, and the Aggies have great field position again. We're looking at the replay, and if that right knee is down, no, because he's still on Buddy Johnson. Look who's hitting it from behind. That's Michael Clemens. But number 1 and number 2 is making it miserable for number 3. He snapped to Keller. Fake to Isaiah. Swing to Ainias. He's in the end zone. A 6-yard reception. 2 plays after the fumble recovery. The Aggies score.
I love the misdirection. They've got Ainias. Underneath comes Ainias across the formation, and they dump it to him out in the flat, and he gets to the flag for the touchdown.
He's on, boy. 25. That's the greatest thing. That's big time. That's right. I don't want to quit here now.
Just what A&M needed. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown. The Bulldogs are backed into a corner, and the Aggie defense ain't letting them out.
Aggies 28, Mississippi State 7. Rogers throws, knocked down, nearly deflected, but DeMarvin Leal got that big right paw and deflects that to the ground.
He jumped and reached to his right and was able to knock it down, bring up 2nd and 10.
Rogers looks right, throws right, out of the backfield marks, slips out of a Devin Morris tackle, but not the Damani Richardson tackle. 3rd and 5. In motion goes Peyton from left to right. Rogers, pressure, Rogers goes down. Clemens is there, so is Tyree Johnson. They may just have to share the 6th sack. Toss to the right side, and Marks gets to the 9-yard line before Hansford makes the tackle. Rogers looks right, throws left. And it is Malik Heath, and it's a 1-yard loss. It was complete, but it's DeMarvin Leal who makes that tackle, and Antonio Johnson. Swing, Marks, hit by Antonio Johnson, stays up, and then taken down by Damani Richardson. He loses 3. So a no gain and a -3 brings up a 3rd and 13. Quick right side, Osiris Mitchell, and he is met right as he catches it by Miles Jones.
Great tackle by Miles Jones, sure tackle.
Almost a fumble, man.
Yeah, he hit him as soon as he caught the ball, and they'll be forced to bunt the ball away.
The defense was purely dominant. Mississippi State had -2 rush yards and only 211 total. The offense holds the ball for the final 5 minutes, sealing a 28-14 road win.
Take it home. Yeah. Take it home. Take it home. Good job. Yes, sir. Dub for A&M, baby. Appreciate you, man. Hey, you back. Really, y'all boys. This still mine. This state still mine. Right? Go, Dub. 3-1. Let's keep it going, baby. Into the bye week.
The Pulse, Texas A&M football, is brought to you by H-E-B. No store does more than buy H-E-B. And Pepsi, the official soft drink of Texas A&M football.
Everybody up! Hurry up! Let's go!
We come out there offensively, and we had big plays, got holes, got moved the ball, could have jumped on them all over the place. And we let those out, and you can't do that on the road, guys. We got to learn from that, okay? Defensively, outstanding the whole game. Yes, sir. Now, we come out there and they get a freak play on a ricochet for a touchdown. But I'll say this, offense, then you immediately answered right back with a big drive and come right back and got control of the game. Then we got a turnover. Then the defense gets a turnover, sets us up, we score. Then we got to learn to put the game away. We got to learn to put the game away once we get down there and play a little better. You know what I'm saying? And do that. Now, here's the inspiring thing. But you still went on the road in the SEC and you got a road win, man. That's huge. Don't ever take that away. We got some growing up to do. We got some execution to do. We got some, guys, we can be a really good football team. And we're going to have to be, because I'm going to tell you what, the rest of them on out, guys, it's going to be a bloodbath, man. It's going to be a bloodbath. But I'm going to tell you what. We're ready for it. You're exactly right, because I'm going to tell you what. We should be standing at the end. We got as good a team as anybody we're going to play when we play. It's how we play. And how we look at this off. It's off week ain't off. It's off week is a time to get better, take a deep look at ourselves, really evaluate what we're doing well and poorly, get that fixed, keep enhancing what we're doing well. And these practices this week has got to be all out, guys. I'm not interested in being average. I'm not interested in being average. Family on 3, get in here. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Family.